Rogers Show. Starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, Trigger, his golden Palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West. With Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
I've got to hand it to you. You certainly have a way of wrapping up a case and handing it to the jury on a platter.
You can't go too far wrong telling the truth.
Roy, about that $1,000 I owe you, I can't pay it back as soon as I expected.
That's all right, Carl. Take your time. Hey, Bullet, where are you going?
Hi, Bullet. How you doing, boy? Hello, Roy.
Oh, I didn't know you were in town. Looks like you're moving in.
No, I'm just here for a few days while they fix the roof on my house. That storm last week blew half of it away.
Well, that's too bad.
What are you doing here?
Testifying in the Ben Carter case over water rights. Waiting to sell some cattle. Here, I'll take those.
Oh, thank you.
You stay here, Bullet.
Hi, Jim.
Good morning, Dale.
Hi.
Roy, why didn't you shout? I'd have brought your bags in.
Well, I need the exercise.
Well, howdy.
Hi.
Dale.
Hello, Mr. Oakley.
Say, Roy, I hope you're not in a hurry for that grub stake you loaned me. I haven't found any gold yet, but well, I got some real good signs.
Well, you just holler when you strike it rich.
Roy! You're in trouble.
Yeah, Gil Murray's in town and he's hunting for you. Was that bad? Is that bad? Well, you poor trusting pilgrim. He's aiming to gun you down. Why would he want to shoot me?
Well, you're the one that captured him.
It was your evidence that sent him to the pen.
Yeah, I've searched everywhere, and there's not an eye of him. Signed a sim. Now, take it easy, Sheriff. Back up and start over slowly. Look, Roy, there's no charge against Murray. But if I find him, I can hold him for questioning long enough for you to light out of town. I'm not lighting out anywhere.
Roy, if you meet up with Gil Murray, you're a goner. Not that you ain't as fast as he is, but fate's against you.
Why?
Well, last night I dreamt I was carrying a candle through a dark house and someone snuck up behind me and blowed out the light. Now, that's the worst kind of a omen there is, and you know what that means.
That you shouldn't be afraid in the dark. Now, listen. If anyone's looking for me, you can tell them I'll be available this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Spread that around town.
Be available at 3 o'clock. 11:30. I wonder what time it is.
Any sign of Roy yet?
No, not yet. I'll tell you, Sheriff, he blowed out the candle, somebody did. Worst omen I ever had, and I've dripped some Lulus in my time.
That blasted is wrong. Well, wrong. No law to prevent murder. No law to prevent murder.
Here he comes.
You stay here with Trigger.
We can do?
Not until somebody starts something. You looking for me, Gil?
Yeah. Before I went to prison, you and me had a little talk. I promised you that when I got out, I'd go straight. Remember?
I remember.
Well, I just wanted you to know I can't keep that promise.
Why not?
Gotta eat. Can't find anybody fool enough to hire an ex-convict who used to be a member of the Lassiter gang.
Well, you found one now.
You mean a new. No. I didn't come here belly aching for no job.
But I need a hand to ride herd on some cattle.
I'm drifting on to the next state. Oh, maybe I'll join Lassiter again in Mexico.
The cattle are down in the shipping pens.
Nothing doing. I just wanted you to know why I'm breaking my word.
50 a month and grub. You'll need a new outfit. Here. Let's get something to eat.
Will you look at that? They're going away together friendly.
After this, I wouldn't be surprised to see him riding a grizzly with a rattler for a hackamore.
Roy! Roy! Oh! Roy, don't do it! Don't do it!
Did you see what he did?
What?
He walked right under a ladder. He's just as good as buried right now. Hey, Roy.
Come over here, Pat.
Hey, where's Gil Murray? I got a letter for him.
Isn't he down to shipping pins?
No, I couldn't have missed him. With that new shirt he's wearing, he looks like a sunset at which somebody throwed a fried egg.
Well, Pat, this kennel's pretty hot. Will you unsaddle him and cool him out?
Yeah. Wow. Whew. Whoever was riding you wanted to get there in a hurry, but they shouldn't have left you all lathered up like this.
Roy, do you think it was wise hiring an outlaw? You know, if anything happens, people are going to blame you for taking him on.
When a man has served his term, he deserves an even break. Besides, nothing's going to happen.
I ain't so sure about that. Last night I dreamt I was being chased by a 6-foot Gila monster. That's almost as bad a sign as having the light blowed out.
It wasn't the Gila monster that bothered you. It was that third helping of mincemeat pie you had on top of the pork and beans.
It wasn't neither. It was my dream. I guess I ought to know what I saw. You know, that Gila monster looked just like somebody I know, but I'll be doggone if I can remember who.
Oh, Roy, I'm looking for Gil Murray. Where is he? What do you want with him? Well, the Blue River stage was held up this morning by a masked bandit answering his description. If he's wearing a mask, what makes you think it was Gil? Well, nobody but him would be found dead in the shirt that he was wearing, even if he did try to hide it under a slicker.
Looks like you took a viper to your bosom, Roy.
Remember, in this country, a man is innocent until he's proved guilty.
Hey, that's my horse! Hey, come back to my horse! Hey, bring me back my horse! Hey, give me my horse!
Gil, where have you been?
Well, Miss Dale asked me to take a load of roofing shingles out to her ranch.
That's right, Roy. We looked for you, but you were gone, so I told Gil to go ahead. I knew you wouldn't mind.
Oh, no, not at all. Sheriff, Dale's ranch is a long way from the Blue Stage Road. If you want to check on Gil's story, why... I'll go hope your said your hope. Go jump in the lake.
Hey, bid me back my horse! Hey, give me back my horse! Give me back my horse! Hey!
Howdy, Mr. Elway. Gil. Well, hello. Ain't you taking a chance speaking to me, Mr. Adams? You'll have to make yourself mighty unpopular around here.
Don't worry about what other people think. It's usually the worst. That's human nature. But, Gil, if you ever need any legal advice, don't hesitate to call on me.
That's right nice of you.
Well, I feel indebted to you for losing your case 3 years ago.
You did your best. Besides, I reckon I had it coming. Roy, any news about that stage holdup?
Not yet.
Didn't the gunman leave a trail?
Yes, he did. The sheriff and I followed it straight into the river. But I'm sure he came back here.
Puzzles me is where did he get a shirt like mine? Storekeeper only had one of them in stock.
He bought it at Hastings Department Store 10 miles from here.
Hastings. The clerk say what he looked like?
No, he didn't remember much about him, except that he was about your size.
It just don't make sense, Roy. I ain't been near Hastings. Besides, why should I buy another shirt?
The sheriff thinks you were trying to throw us off the track by impersonating yourself. And he's going to do a lot more thinking when he finds out an old Indian trail runs from Dale's ranch straight to the Blue Stage Road.
I didn't do it, Roy.
That's all I want to know.
You mean you're taking my word for it?
Why not? Hi, Sheriff. Anything new about the holdup? No, Roy. There was nothing taken from the stage that could be traced. The only thing he took was cash. Hi, Dale. Find out anything about the pinto? What pinto? The one at the liver stable. Been ridden to a letter.
It belongs to the clerk at the hotel.
Jim Willow? Mm-hmm. Hey, now we're sitting somewhere. I've been getting somewhere.
No, Jim Willow was at the dentist when the stage was held up.
Oh.
Frank, if you want to borrow my horse, you might at least ask me politely.
Say, I didn't borrow your battle-aimed horse. I didn't, your lad-dame horse.
Well, somebody took him. Somebody took him. I left him rich to the rothering hawk. Hooch hits to hooch. Oh, mustard and custard, Jeff, you got me all mixed up.
Hello.
Hello, Sheriff. The bank messenger's been held up and shot.
Who?
He was dry gulched 2 miles south of town and robbed of $20,000. A rancher brought him into Doc Smiley's.
All right, thanks, Carl. Sped Talbot was dry gulched 2 miles south of town. He's over Doc Smiley's now. Well, we better get over there quick and see if we can get any information out of him. See you later, Dale. Hi, Doc. Could you talk to Bud Talbot?
Yes, but if you come to ask a lot of fool questions, you can march right out of here, right now.
Well, this is really important.
He's a sick man, a very sick man.
Listen, Doc, we know that he's suffering from lead poisoning, but the law just can't wait.
Frank Nelson, where my patient's concerned, I'm the law.
Now, you see here, Will Smiley, if my two sound like a couple of bawling cats, it'll only take a minute, Doc. How you feeling, Bud?
Oh, pretty fair. I'm kind of worried about Lucy.
Did you get a good look at the varmint that plugged you, Bud?
Sure did. She's expecting company for supper.
Did you recognize him?
Sure did. If I'm not there in time, she's going to raise holy Ned.
Well, who was he?
Gil Murray.
That's just as I suspected.
Listen, you think you can tell her I'm kind of laid up and ain't my fault, Roy?
I sure will. How do you know it was Gil Murray?
That's enough. That's more than enough.
Did he wear a mask?
Sure. But I can tell by his height and build.
What'd that tell you?
If he has a relapse, I won't be responsible.
Oh, pipe down, will you?
He wore the same shirt. I couldn't make a mistake by that shirt.
That's enough for me.
And it's high time, too.
Hey, Roy, you'll try and call her, will you, huh?
Don't worry, Bud. I'll take care of it. Thanks, Doc. Just a minute, Murray.
Hello, Sheriff. Roy.
I'm asking you for taking up the bank messenger and gunning him down.
Bank messenger.
Don't play dumb. Bud Talbot recognized that shouting shirt you're wearing.
Look, if I did it, do you think I'd advertise it?
Where have you been for the last couple of hours, Gil?
Now, if you must know, I rode over the North Fork of the river.
Yeah, that's where the stagecoach was held up.
I know that. That's why I went out there, to see what I could find. I'm sick and tired of being accused of things I didn't do.
Anybody see you?
Well,
I did. Gil and I rode back to town together. Well, Sheriff, it was your horse at the stage robber road. Now you're giving him an alibi. You can't fool me. You two are in cahoots. Well, if you wasn't hiding behind that star, I'd bust you in the nose. Who's hiding behind what star? Not try to nut me in the bows. Here, take it easy, Sheriff.
Roy! I found the horse, and he was all lathered up like he's getting ready to shave.
And the outlaw that held up Talbot did steal him.
and brought him back.
He must be around town here someplace. Come on, Sheriff, we've got work to do.
Thanks, Jim.
Roy, we've gone over this town with a fine-tooth comb, and everybody in it seems to have an ironclad alibi, except Carl Adams and Spade Oakley.
Spade left for that gold mine of his last night.
But he could have slipped back into town.
Yeah, maybe.
But Carl Adams was working in his office. The janitor saw him through the window. Oh, he only saw his coat. It could have been draped over the back of a chair.
Well, thanks, Marshal. I'll tell Roy. Every one of the Lassiter gang is in prison, except Lassiter himself, and he's in hiding somewhere in Mexico.
Well, that means we can count them out.
Well, you two have certainly stirred up a hornet's nest in this here town. They're blaming you, Frank, for not locking up Gil. They're blaming Roy for hiring him in the first place. I could bust this thing wide open if I could only remember who that Gila monster in my dream looked like.
Somewhere?
Yeah. Reckon you better get yourself another hand. I'm drifting.
Why don't you wait till the cattle are sold? It's only a few more days.
Nothing doing. I'm leaving now.
Running away's no good. When the going gets tough, that's when you have to face it.
Nobody's making me go, and I ain't running.
What do you want to do, brand yourself as an outlaw? You know what the people think.
I know what I'm doing. Besides, I got my own reasons.
Well, whatever they are, they're not good enough.
They are for me. Nobody's going to keep me from moving if I want it.
I am.
You try it, and I'll drop you, Roy.
Go ahead and pull the trigger. Nobody's stopping you.
Come any nearer, I'm warning you. Don't do it, Roy. I'll shoot you.
Wait a minute, Gil. Now listen. You're sticking your head right into a noose.
It's my head. I'll do what I want with it.
Listen, Gil. I need you to stay right here to help me solve this case.
All right, Roy. I'm convinced. I'll stay. You know, you got a mighty persuading way about you. Here. Thanks.
If someone in town is impersonating Gil, that stolen money ought to be showing up pretty soon.
Well, hi, Roy. Hi. Well, you're just the man I want to see.
Hi, Oakley.
Well, here's that grub stake you loaned me. You know, looks like I made a real strike. And if it pans out, I'm going to cut you in.
Thanks.
But don't say anything about this to anyone until I get back from Reno. I want to make sure I got it sewed up tight.
When are you leaving?
Well, as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I get back. And thanks again for the loan. Bye.
Bye.
Roy, you don't think Oakley could be tied in with this, do you?
I don't know, but I'd sure like to take a look at that mine.
Roy? Roy?
The bank messenger just died.
What? Some of the fellas are so riled they're going to string Gil up. They're saying if it hadn't been for you, Bud Talbot would still be alive.
And if you try to interfere again, they'll turn on you, too.
Dale, find Gil and take him to your ranch. Pat, you and Will will see if you can hold up that mob, and Carl and I'll get the sheriff.
All right, inside.
Sheriff, there's a lynch mob. Hey, Gil, what are you doing here?
You know of a better place to get away from a lynch mob?
What'd you lock him up for, Sheriff?
What do you expect me to do? He walked in here and admits pulling those stick-up jobs. Gonna meddle on him?
You mean that he confessed?
Gil, this is no time to play games. Why don't you tell him the truth?
Sure. I'll tell him the same thing I told him before. I was just using you for a cover.
You're lying.
You sure are a sucker, Roy. Give you a hard luck story, you fall for it like a ton of bricks. You know, you ain't half as smart as you think you are.
That's enough out of you, Murray. I ain't hit a prisoner yet, but I'm sure right on the verge. Now, get out of here, both of you, before I lose my left and forget I'm a lawsuit for assault. Officer, a sheriff.
Well, Roy, looks like I'll have to cancel my trip. Naturally, I'll stay here and defend Gil if he wants me as his attorney.
You mean you're going to leave town?
Well, my cousin offered me a job with his firm. In fact, he sent me an advance in salary. Oh, which reminds me, Roy. Here's that $1,000 I owe you.
Thanks.
Well, I'd better get back and tell the boys about Gil being locked up before any trouble starts.
Hello. Joe's Grill? Is Roy Rogers there? Never mind. Say, the sheriff's looking for you.
He's not in his room, and Oh, there you are. Hey, what did you do with Gil Murray?
What did I do with him?
Yeah, now don't try to tell me you didn't bring him out of jail.
Bring him out of jail. Has he escaped?
Leave the soup. Throw him the coop. You're going to get right on his trail and bring him back.
Okay, but wait till I put this $10,000 where it'll be safe.
$10,000?
Yeah, I just closed my cattle deal. Put that in your safe for me, will you, Jim?
I can put it in, but it won't do no good.
Why?
The lock's busted.
Well, put it up in my room. Bring me the key.
I'll meet you at the South Bridge with a posse, Roy.
If you ask me, I don't think Gil's left town yet. He's probably laying low till dark. We better start searching here. Sheriff, you and Pat take one side of the street, and I'll take the other. Carl, you and Oakley cover the alley in case he tries to get out that way.
Right. Here's your key. Put the money in the desk.
Here's my key, Dale. Now, you know what to do. In exactly 10 minutes, go upstairs. I'll stick around outside and watch my chance and come up the back way.
Right.
Gotta peep out of here and get inside. Move. Sit up.
Who that Gila monster looked like. It was Carl Adams. Well, mustard and custard. I'm a prophet. A sure enough, honest to goodness wiseheart. A dream futures.
Gil, I'm sure glad this is all straightened out.
So am I. Roy, I don't know how to thank you for clearing my name with the law.
You don't need to.
Who would have thought it was Carl Adams?
Oh, he's been gambling and losing money for a long time. He finally got himself in a corner. When Gil came along with that shirt of his, Carl Adams saw a chance to make himself some money and blame it on to Gil.
Yeah, but what I can't understand is why you would confess to something you didn't do.
Well, Roy's giving me a break was getting him in a jam. Least I could do was try and get him out of it.
We'll see you out at the ranch later.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Which only goes to prove that a little space does more than all the talking in the world.
Yes, sir, Dale. That's exactly my philosophy. Well, see you.
Pat.
He's going to have to take a bath this week whether he wants to or not. That blasted painter's leaving buckets and ladders around where a body can walk into.
Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails.